Hello guys, KpShamino here with a new video for Fishing Planet, and it's a testing video. So I'm now fishing for a long time on the UK, and I got the impression that it doesn't really matter where you fish. Because if you check the water, you see the circles, you see activity everywhere. So I don't think that we got very specific spots where you're going to catch bigger fish, more uniques. I think you can catch them everywhere. So I started to do some testing. So I tested two things, and I'm going to show you guys the testing because I tested now for 1 hour. I'm going to show 50 minutes more in the video. So I see a lot of guys that say to me that ground bait is bullshit, spot rod is bullshit. I had the other day a guy on my video that said that he catch the same amount of fish with corn and all that stuff without ground bait. So I did some testing with the ground bait too, with the spot rod, and I can say that's total bullshit because the ground bait activates more trophies and more uniques. That's how it is. You can see it very well if you test it right. So what did I do? It's very funny. So I went just to a random peg. I just put like with my marker device three markers buoys on the map. So three after each other. I just fished with my four rods on marker number one. Then when marker number one died out, so I throw my four on marker number one. I just wait a little bit, check how they bite. Then I throw with my spot rod ground bait on the spot, see how they react. Then I go to number two and number three. And guess what? I got a unique, I got a shitload of trophies, so it doesn't really matter where you throw in the UK. That's a little bit a pity because you don't need to find spots on that moment. But this is my net. So this is just random fishing. So I got one unique, I got a shitload of trophies. So yeah, I don't really think that it matters where you need to throw. I think, and it matters a lot that you use ground bait or not, because the moment that I use the rod, the spot rod, you will see right away that the spot get active and you get more trophies and uniques. So you can see right away. It's very easy to see. So let's get started. So I'm here at the moment. I'm not going to show you guys a spot because it's not that important. So here you guys can see it. I put a random buoy over here, then one over here, and one over here. The third one I still need to test. So it was just random. I took my device. I just put somewhere a buoy. Then right of the first one I put another buoy and so on and so on. So at the moment you guys can see it. I'm on this spot. So, but I almost fished it out because I got now like 3, 4 trophies on it. And you can see right away that it's diminishing. So after some time, it's on this spot 40, 50 kilograms. And then the bite stops. You cannot get it active again with ground bait. It's not working. So at some point, it's diminishing. You need to go to the next one. I'm not sure how long it takes until a spot activate again, but I guess that you can make just like a rotation. So maybe it's 1 hour, 2 hours or something, and then you go back to spot one and you can farm the whole day. So this spot is totally random. I took even markers very close to me to just check it out, but it does not matter. For me, that's a little bit a pity because that means that the search is a lot less. If you can catch everywhere fish. Maybe there are some spots that you can catch more uniques. That's possible too, but I don't know. I don't know. So it's possible. It's possible that there are very good spots that you catch like 3, 4 uniques, and that everything in between you can just catch fish everywhere, and that you just activate it with ground bait. So now we are at spot two. But you guys can already see that spot 2 is almost dead too because I'm not getting bites anymore. So now it's time that we go to the random spot 3 that's over there. I didn't fish on that spot, so I'm going to throw one rod over there just to show you guys what I mean. So normally, without the ground bait feeding, and I throw on that spot, I'm going to get normal fish, or maybe if I'm very lucky, I'm going to get a trophy. The moment that I throw with my spot rod ground bait on that spot, I hope it's going to give trophies, a couple after each other, and maybe a unique. That's how good you can see that the ground bait is working. So now we need to wait a little bit. It can take some time. because I was already looking, so you see everywhere you see circles. You see like the circles on the water. That means that the fish is sitting here, but that means that the fish is sitting everywhere here. So because it's not raining at the moment, so that's yeah, a little bit strange because yeah, you got like 1,000,000 kilograms of fish in this lake. But yeah, it's how it is. So here is the first bite. Is it 4? Yeah, there you go. It's 4. So that's what I was expecting this. I'm expecting a normal fish. It's possible it's a trophy because it's the first time that I go to the spot. But I think it's a normal one. So that's how fast it goes. Just random spot. I didn't fish on it. And this is a normal one. So now we are going to throw ground bait on with the spot rod. So does it matter? I think it can matter the ground bait what you put in it, but I always take like boilies. Uh, so I'm going to the shop. I'm going to get the boilies. So let's take the. Is this ground bait? I like the spice boilies, but yeah, at the end I'm not even sure that it matters that much. I think the most expensive the ground bait, uh, yeah, the better it's going to work. I think. So we are just going to use this, but I don't need to do this. I can just put it like this. Ah, I still got ground bait. Ah, yeah, but 93 gram only. So, okay, let's take this. Let's put it here. So now I'm going to feed with the ground bait. So you guys will see the difference right away. So I got one normal fish. This is the normal fish I already had 3 times. So it's not that I can say now, no, it's maybe random. No. If you don't use ground bait, you're going to get a couple of normal fish at the start. You guys can see it here. So this was spot number 1. 1, 2, 3 normals. Then I start feeding. Then spot number 2 was ghost carp, mirror carp, and now the last one I think was the mirror carp. But the moment that I start growing ground bait on that spot, I'm going to get trophies and uniques. So you can see it really easy. So uh, did I use the right? Yeah, okay. So what we are going to do now is I'm going to put ground bait, and you guys see that spot number 2 is totally dead. I got 50 kilograms of fish on it, and it's totally dead. So now I throw this on spot number 3. And then I'm going to throw my rod number 4 on it, and then I hope still that I got a bite on the rod. So if I got fish, I just throw it from 2 to 3. But I don't think it's going to happen because yesterday it took 2 hours until I got no fish on the old spot. So I'm not really sure that it get active in the same day. Yeah, there is a fish, that's good. So 3 times already, a small fish again. So this is 3 times. And let's have now a look. It's only 3 times that I throw ground bait on the spot. So now I'm going to put my my rod on number 3. Ah, okay, yeah, this is number 7. So let's have a look now that we get trophies and maybe a unique. Because now there is ground bait only 3 times. Normally you need to do it 4 times, 5 times, sorry. So I'm going to do it 2 times more. It takes a little bit, but not that long. Normally, yeah, there we go. That was a bite, but he stopped biting. So I'm going to get my rod number 1 and 2, and I'm going to throw it on uh, on spot number 3, and then we are going to wait. Okay, let's have a look now. What I'm saying is true. So normally I'm expecting now trophies and uniques because I put ground bait on that spot. So I just need to wait a little bit until it gets active because I'm now attracting the fish to that spot. But yeah, I already did 2 times and 2 times it worked really fine. And so I'm expecting that it's going to work really fine on this spot too. So you guys see it, I got already one or two or three beeps, I think so, but that means that's very small fish. So, but if you got small fish and they are nibbling a lot, the big fish are coming too, because ground bait is going to attract all the fish. So, but now we need to wait. In what kind of time I'm fishing, I just went on the chart in the best time of the day. So I started at 11 o'clock, so on marker number 1. Then I went to marker number 2, the things that I just showed you guys. So I did just the same rotation. So when marker number 1 died, I went to marker number 2. I throw ground bait on it. I got 4 or 5 trophies on it, and so on. So I just did the same thing that I just did in the video. So now we need to wait a little bit. I hope that the spot is getting active. Normally the ground bait is working. Because sometimes it can take a little bit, but you guys see it right away. So now I got 4 rods. That's all small bites. That's already bite 5, 6, but that's not bad. So that means the fish is coming. So at some point it's going to start, and I'm going to get a lot of fish. So that's always the case. Come on, fish. That's bite number 7. A lot of small bites at the moment, but it can take some time. It's waves. It's waves, and the moment that it starts biting, it's like 50, 60 kilograms that you can get. But it will start, I'm sure of it, because now it's very active. So you see that the biting pattern is going higher, and I think this is the first bite that we are going to get. Start moving line. Yeah, you guys see it. So the ground bait started in. So here we go. I think that number 2 is moving. So I'm expecting now. No, it's number 1. I'm expecting now that I'm going to get a trophy or a unique or something with a very big fish, and I think I'm right. If you see, that's what I mean. This is what the ground bait does. So guys that are saying ground bait is not working, I got the impression at the start of the UK it was not really working. But now it's working, you guys can see it. The first fish that I got is maybe even a unique that I got. Random spot, I just feed with the spot rod. I'm going to get now maybe 4 or 5 fish. Here we go, unique ghost carp. Random spots, that's the second one that I got. So you can activate the spot. But of course, the lake need to be activated. So that's what I mean. And this is the ground bait, I think. Because I already saw it a couple of times. If I go without ground bait, I get a lot of more normal fish. If I fish with ground bait, I'm going to get a lot of more trophies and uniques. So the spot rod is very overpowered. So now we need to wait a little bit again. So I'm hoping that I'm going to get a couple of more trophies, and then I'm going to end the video. So it's just one of the things I like to test stuff like that, because I had the impression I had a lot of markers. I always put a marker when I'm going to get a unique. But the thing is, at the end, it does not matter, I think, all those markers. So you can do what you want. You just throw it, and you guys see it now, it's starting to activate. There is another one. This is normal when I'm very surprised, because this is already ground bait on it. But yeah, sometimes you're going to get it. But yeah, I got a unique, and there is number 3. Yeah, and that's a bite. The moment that they start biting, and this is... Let me have a look. There is number 1. So now you can see clearly that the spot is active. So I made this spot active. But I got 2 normal ones. I don't like that. I need to have a couple of more trophies. But yeah, I already got a unique. Maybe if you get 1 unique, maybe the trophies are going a little bit down. But normally I need to get a couple of uniques still, trophies still on this spot before it dries up. So it's not yet dry. You will see when it's dry. So you're not going to get a lot of fish anymore. So it's just going to be very dead. I think it's possible it's done with the spot. I'm not sure. Maybe a couple of more fish, but I saw something. If you get a unique, the trophies are going to diminish. That's what I just saw. So, and that's something that is already a long time in Fishing Planet. So if you get on old lakes a unique and you're in a competition, it's time to move. Even with the trophy, you need to move. So now we need to wait again. So I think that now the spot is drying up. On this moment, I need to move again, because now it can take 1 hour, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours until the spot is active again. So was it worth it, ground bait for this spot? No. So I'm not sure that how much I made on that ghost carp unique. So it's 3,200, but I almost paid 4,200 currency for the for the bag of ground baits. Yeah, there is another bite. Okay, it's still alive. It's still alive. Ah, finally. Is it another unique? Maybe they are just giving me uniques the whole time. That's possible too. And then I'm fine with it too. So the spot is delivering. With this fish, I'm going to make a profit on this spot. So after this, I'm going to do the recap of my testing. Of course, if you guys got other testing, you can do it what you want and give me some info, because I'm testing at the moment on my own. Yeah, another unique. So yeah, there you go. So I started at 11 a.m. It's now 20 minutes past 1. So that means I fished for 2 hours. Let's say 2 hours, because I needed to explain to you guys the stuff a little bit. So 2 hours and 15 minutes. And I got 150 kilograms of fish on random spots. I got 3 uniques. So you guys just saw 2 in the uniques. And we can say that ground bait is going to give you more trophies and more uniques. You guys saw it. The spots don't matter in my opinion, because those 3 spots were just random. You guys saw it. Third spot I used in the video. I just clicked it with my device somewhere, and that was it. I will show you guys what I mean with it. So how can you do it? You guys can see it. If I click here on this marker, you're not going to see a fish. So I put it myself over there. I never got a fish on that marker. So here you can see it. So just random, you just take plus here. Yeah, now I got a fish, of course, but if you don't have a fish, you take plus. You can just click here, tag, and you got the marker. That's what I did. I'm going to delete the markers really quick. So, yeah, that's it. So I guess the best what you can do is you fish on the spot. Just take a random spot. Be sure that you're in the best time of the day. The moment, yeah, you first feed with spot rod, it's always going to attract more fish, uniques, and trophies. I can say that now. I know that already for a long time. It was not always the case. The moment that the spot dies off, you just go to the next spot. It does not matter really where you are. Just go to the next spot. If it dies off, you go to the next spot, and so on and so on and so on. I'm going to check out when spot number 1 is becoming active again, but I don't think it's becoming active again. I saw it already a couple of times that you can stay at the spot hours and hours and hours and it's not going to produce fish. So if you want to catch a lot of fish, you need to do it this way. So I'm going to get my net full in 3 hours. No, it's going to be longer, 4 hours in game. So is it possible that there are more and better spots? Yes, that's possible. I think if you can define a very good spot and you just rotate what I just did with ground bait and all that stuff, you're going to catch even more fish. And I think an average of 3 hours in game to fill your 300 kilogram net is something that you always can achieve. So thanks for watching, guys. Have fun, and I hope this video helps you a lot to understand the mechanic in the UK lake. Bye bye.